Hello and welcome to my FIFA 13 Ultimate Team season, where we'll be using a series, should I say, where we'll be using a bronze squad to try and win Division One, win the Division One title. If you haven't seen the squad, then here it is. So we've got very good chemistry. We can reach 100 chemistry, although in this game we've only got the 95. But we will be pressing on then in this episode. We've got the 6 points. We only need 3 more to get promoted and go into Division 4. And only another 6 points. So we're already halfway to the Division 5 title, I believe it is, simply because there are only 5 divisions in Ultimate Team. As you can see in this episode, we come up against a much poorer team than ours. Although they're all bronzes like our team, we've got the chemistry and we've got our players are better in terms of an overall. And although he does get the first chance, the pace, we can just use this, play it out to Durac or whoever it is in this team because it's so quick. The slowest person, I'll remind you, on this team is 75. Slowest outfield players are 75 in the attacking positions, and he's a central midfielder. So as you can see, we are able to take full effect. We go 1-0 up, and then shortly after we get another chance, unfortunately, he isn't able just to pass it back across and create another chance. Unfortunately, that chance does look like it's come to an end. But we're able to just pick him off, falls back to Durac, cuts back inside, a lovely little bit of quick feet play, and it falls to Mandana, who unfortunately isn't quite able to just go around the goalkeeper. Is probably a bit too close to even attempt that. But unfortunately, as I say, it doesn't come to anything. So further chips we're trying to do here. Perhaps it's just, I don't know why the keeper perhaps had a blinder, I don't know. But as you can see, both that chip and that second chip isn't able to beat the goalkeeper. So the pace, we're just able to fly past defenders. Mandana, who I mentioned in the other episode, is one of the best finishers, even for goal players. I know his stats aren't very good, but he seems to finish so many chances. Although we are, of course, playing against only a bronze goalkeeper. But so we've gone 2-0 up, and we're still, pushing and pressing. A nice run from I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce his name. He does a bit of a run. I think it was kind of not really taking this game too seriously in the sense that we're so much better. And this guy, perhaps it was just because he had a bronze squad, but in my opinion, he wasn't a particularly amazing player. And there, I think we've got a penalty, but then suddenly it cuts to this free kick. I'm startled, so I had to take a bit of time to adjust myself. Unfortunately, the free kick, that doesn't come to anything. But on further inspection, if you go rewind that, it does look like, it was a free kick. So that was the correct decision. In the corners, we are usually so deadly simply because our heading in this team is very, very good. Not only is it pacey, look at this guy. This is probably his best chance in the whole of the 50 minutes. He looks like he might have broken away, but it's just Camille here this time. It can be who's a left back, so it can be anyone who can just track back and get that ball. Simply because it's such a fast team. As you can see here, Mozica, this is the slowest guy, 75 rated outfield player, and this is our slowest guy. And I was very pleased to see that he pulled that fake shot off, cut back round, and he managed to score. I know it's an open goal, but this is a bronze player whose finishing is not very high at all. And this just shows, what this team can do. You can just boot it from miles away, which I don't want to do too much, but it just flies to him, controls it. Defender doesn't know what he's doing really. And we're able to capitalise and score a goal. And as with the upset, as with earlier, it goes from bad to worse. He gets another red card. His first red card of this game, another red card of this series. And it takes him 70 minutes to actually work a shot and work a chance. So fortunately for us, it doesn't come to anything. But it didn't really look like it was going to be too harmful. But, in terms of chances, it doesn't stop there. We get another one here, and it's just getting very, very easy. Is that guy who I mentioned from earlier. And bronze again, Durac passes it across, just slides it in. We were doing a lot of this, just passing it across. But just because, if you've got the chance there, I think it's 40 coins per goal that we'll get. So that's another 40 coins, That's only, I've got myself into a math situation here. I'm not really sure, but it's not that many goals required just to get another contract, which is, of course, what we're doing. And there's another one. I thought he was going to hit the post, and if he hits the post, he's probably going to keep running and then miss the chance, unfortunately. But as you can see, he doesn't. And this is probably the pick of the bunch, in my opinion, just because of the calmness shown. He's probably my man of the match in this game. He just lobs the ball over and into the goal. So we win 8-0 here. Fair play to him for not leaving despite that. But we get the 9 points. So we've already got promoted, but we've still got 7 games left here to win the title. So we've got plenty of time to go. So as you can see in this game here, we do come up against mostly a bronze team. It is rated slightly better than ours, despite its chemistry being 4-6. And how about this for a kit selection? That is absolutely disgusting. He has got his yellow and red stripe thing on, and my pink and black arms, which is not too bad, but when put together with that, is just a disaster. But anyway, moving on. There's a game to play here. And the first chance falls down to him. He's working the ball quite nicely on the edge of the box. He seemed a bit reluctant to shoot and actually, pull the trigger. And I was a bit worried there that my guy might give a penalty away. And when he does, it doesn't really come to anything, to be honest. And we're able just to counter. And so from that, you can just release the pace. You can just release it to Mandane. You can sprint forwards and shoot. And unfortunately, he's not able to make a better chance of that. And when the cross comes in, I was trying to go for the triple square there, just, play it along the floor. But it wasn't to be. But, there are so many more chances. We're only in the 14th minute, and that second chance falls to Dembele. And how about that for a lovely fake shot? Didn't think he'd pull that off, to be honest with you. I thought the keeper would just, be able to smother it from him. But look, there's the replay. Very nicely done. Takes it around him and just slots it into the goal. So that is 1-0. That's probably about the 15th minute, I think that was. And we're at 1-0 up. And, we're fairly comfortable. And then there's a sudden shock as we concede our first goal. So that is the first goal we concede. But it doesn't take long to get it back, although we get lucky because it just falls back to our player. We are able to just finish that off. So it doesn't really take long just to get ourselves back in the ascendancy. And he does go a bit unfortunate there that he just passes it to me. But Mandane is such a quality finisher. He just blasts it into the goal, and unfortunately there is no real chance. Many more chances in this game. We get that one there, but to be honest, there wasn't too much hope for another goal, and then he decides to leave. So that's the end of that game. We get the 3 points, we get the title, so as you can see, our record is 4-0-0. So we've got the title win. We will be moving into Division 4. And although I mentioned, as you can see, we've got a nice sum of coins, 3,000. And I know I mentioned before that we wouldn't be improving this squad, but this is a guy I have wanted before. When I was putting the squad together, I didn't have enough coins at the time, and he was quite expensive. He was like 4,000 coins, but a reasonable 1,800. I know you can buy some good goal people for that, but we did want to get him. And I did notice that we didn't have a left back up. And so we did purchase him just for 200 coins. And this guy's Firmin. Although you might be saying, you've improved the squad with 3 players now. You said you wouldn't. I know, but these are players that we do kind of need just to back up the squad. And we do get some contracts as well, which we are always adding to, which goes straight to Maboto. His heading is 75, for a bronze player, and his defending is very good too. And his pace is very nice indeed as well. So as you can see, that is the end of this episode. I do hope you've enjoyed it. Although, as I said, we won't be improving the squad anymore from now on, unless it would just be to get backup players. So we won't be buying, or doing the manager task. As I said, although we've got 6, but that's just from doing it automatically. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, please be sure to come back for the next one, and see you.